Hello everybody, it's HeroicLegend here, and I'm back playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. We have support combos to get through.
Aha! Found you! You're always nosing around places, aren't you, Professor? Can be real hard to find you sometimes.
Sorry about that.
No worrying about it. I just wanted to talk to you about a thing today. Do you remember how Lady Rhea asked you to come to the office this evening? Well, she told me that I should come to let you know that today's a bad day for doing that, and you should go and see her tomorrow instead. That's pretty much everything I needed to say, I think. Oh, except to ask you if you've seen Sedith around anywhere. Okay, I'm supposed to tell Sedith the thing Lady Rhea told me to tell you, but he's hard to find.
You don't want me to tell him for you?
Nah, I'll find him myself. But if you see him, then find me, please, and tell me where you saw him, okay? 'Cause then I'll know where he is. I'll be in the stables if you need me. Gotta put out the fodder before it's the next kid's shift. Don't want her thinking I left my work for her to do. Oh, but if I'm not in the stables and you need to find me, I'll be at the forest up north, 'cause there's a bunch of logs lying around up there.
I don't like where this is going.
I figure I ought to chop him up, or else someone might trip on a log, or we might run out of firewood. And if I chop, then it'll save other people time. If it looks like I'm done there, then the quarters need to be swept. So if you see Sedith and you need to find me, then I might be there.
Can I help you with anything?
Nope, this is my job. I'm not giving it to anyone else, because it's mine and I'm gonna do it. Besides, if you help me out, Lady Rhea might give me an earful. I don't know why, but Lady Rhea sure does seem to like you. She's always worried about what you might be doing or not doing.
Is that so?
Oh yeah, not that it's any of my business. Anyways, Lady Rhea asked me to do some jobs, so I'm doing them all. Even some she didn't ask for, but I know need doing, so I'm doing them. End of story. And remember, if you see Sedith around, come find me and tell me where you saw him, yeah?
It sounds like it'll be tough to find you.
Huh? But I just told you where I'd be. If I'm not in the stables, I'll be at the forest. If I'm not, oh, I see. You're right, I'm all over the place, huh? I don't want to waste your time, Professor, so if you see Sedith, how about you tell him I was looking for him, and then tell him all the places I'll be? Then he can spend his time looking for me instead of you. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. A real good plan. Let's do that. See you later, Professor.
That child works too hard. Alright, next up are whoever in these three places. And I'm actually quite shocked about that shaving thing. I don't know who it belongs to. A gentleman who likes a close shave. Hubert? So I don't think I've ever seen that before. It couldn't be Hubert though, right? Alright, thing for Gilbert. Go hand that over to him once I talk to whoever's over here. Lysithia. Okay.
Honestly,
This.
what do they all take me for? I'm fine. Perfectly and completely fine. It's hardly different from daytime. I'm not scared. Ah! Ghost! Hang on. Professor? Is that you? Oh, well, good evening!
Where are you headed?
Oh, I left something in the dining hall, so I'm on my way to fetch it. But you don't need to come with me or anything like that. I'm fine on my own, really.
I was planning on it.
You weren't? Oh, apologies for making an assumption. The truth is, everyone I come across asks if I'd like some company. They all seem to think I'll be scared wandering alone at night. So rude and presumptuous, you know. I'm perfectly capable of being on my own.
Of course you are. Good evening.
Hey, Professor, wait! well... I thought it might be nice to walk and talk together to the dining hall. Shall we?
But it's really late, Lysithia, and I gotta go back to my room. I gotta go sleep. Maybe you can ask Catherine, who's following me, to go help you out with that.
To be abundantly clear, this has nothing to do with my non-existent fear of ghosts.
I never said anything in the word.
Oh, you must be bored. Fantastic, then. Do you mind, filling the void with some chatter? Some find silence to be a bit unsettling after all.
I rather like the silence. Reminds me of my heartbeat.
Okay, I confess, I am scared of ghosts. The monastery is unnerving to me at night. So, can we talk about something, please? Anything. I've noticed for quite some time now, you treat all your students equally, don't you? You've never treated me differently simply because I'm younger than the others. And I've always appreciated that. Isn't it rather obvious? I'm roughly 2 to 3 years younger than the rest of the class. Have you just not been paying close enough attention to those you teach? That's poor form for a professor. Oh, there! I found what I was looking for. Well, I'd better be on my way now. Good night!
I do pay attention, it's just that you're about, what, closer in age to quite a few of other students here from different houses. You're not the youngest here, kid.
Hey there.
I think. And over here,
Professor.
Detective Jim Gordon himself.
Ah, Professor. Always a pleasure to see you. I wonder, might you have a moment to chat?
Why?
Come now. You have no need to be on guard.
You have needles on you. I'm certain I have every reason to be on guard.
I'd never cause you harm. You're far too valuable a specimen, well, that is to say, too valuable a member of the Academy staff. Indeed, the further my crest research progresses, the closer you come to learning the truth of your heritage. Is it not so? When I learned you bore the lost crest, the very crest of flames itself, I set about learning everything I could about your past. What was the origin of your bloodline? How have the events of your life been shaped by your lineage? I became somewhat obsessed, I must admit.
You're a detective, it's what you do.
Nothing so crass as an investigation. No, I researched. I spoke to mercenaries whom you've worked with in the past to learn about your life before the Academy. Of course, I also contacted Gerald and his mercenary friends. Your father does keep rather interesting company. I'm excited to share with you what I learned, but I do ask that you correct me if I am mistaken on any account. The story begins with Gerald serving as captain of the Knights of Seros. There was a woman at the monastery with whom Gerald was quite close. At first, it seemed obvious this mystery woman was your mother. Alas, that cannot be the case. The timing is all wrong. As it was told to me, the woman in question passed away shortly before Gerald left the monastery. Yet your birth occurred sometime later, while Gerald was taking work as a mercenary. This, of course, presumes your age is accurately reported. If you were born sooner, well, the story would be quite different, would it not?
That was always one for secrets.
Oh, I am aware. You two were certainly enigmatic, as far as mercenaries go. For example, Gerald never once spoke of his time serving as captain of the Knights. That's quite a secret to keep for all those years. In the end, your old acquaintances had little definitive to say about either of you.
They could have talked about my dashing good looks or my skill with a sword, but alright then.
However, they all agreed on one thing. Your father and yourself were a strong pair. Warriors to be respected and feared.
Hey! good guys.
You in particular. In fact, many came to know you as the Ashen Demon. They say you would destroy your enemies without a hint of emotion on your face. The mercenaries I spoke to revered you as a living legend of sorts.
Oh, well, that makes me sad. Nothing about my skills, just how I have a blank expression on my face.
So, that is what I learned. And I admit, it is barely more than I knew before.
Well, thank you for informing me of things I didn't know.
The next step in my research is to ask your blood for answers, and hope that it is more forthcoming than your past acquaintances.
See, I told you he has needles on him. Let's go here.
Hey.
Drop down.
Professor.
Ah, Sedith.
Ah, there you are. I apologize for calling you in so suddenly. Please, sit.
Sorry about that. Been a lot of ambulances going around for the past few days. Wonder why.
There is a matter I would like to discuss with you.
And what is that, Sedith? Now that we are friends, and there's nothing on earth that could stop us from being friends.
I believe I've told you this before, but it is my responsibility to aid the Archbishop in all her duties. Spiritual instruction, ceremony oversight, donation management, all of the Church's many administrative tasks. I oversee not only the priesthood, but also the Knights of Seros and the Officers' Academy. The Archbishop entrusts a great deal to my discretion, and I am honored by her confidence. Even when she must make decisions herself, she often seeks my counsel in advance. And yet, your appointment to a teaching position at the Officers' Academy was a complete surprise to me. Not only that, but you have also been entrusted with the Sword of the Creator. I was as surprised as anyone else to learn that. Frankly, I am just not sure how to handle you. I am the Archbishop's right hand, and yet when it comes to you, I have been told almost nothing.
You don't trust me.
Not quite. I do find you to be a trustworthy individual, but my subjective opinion is not enough. I have a duty to be cautious. Should the Archbishop's trust in you prove to be misplaced, it is the faithful who will suffer most. First, I would like to know just how much you know about yourself.
If I told you nothing, would you be surprised or upset?
You are the child of Geralt Eisner, correct?
That's what I hear.
That's quite a vague reply for such a basic question. In the future, I would advise you to answer such queries with confidence. As the former captain of the Knights of Seros, Geralt is renowned throughout Fodlan. If you really are his child, then no one would voice any complaint about you joining the Knights. How long has it been since you became a mercenary?
About 10 years or so?
Given your youth, that hardly seems likely.
Would you be surprised if I told you I keep my looks very, well, in check?
Come to think of it, I have never asked your age. Just how old are you exactly?
About that.
Your face says it all. You truly don't know, do you? Just what was Gerald thinking, raising you this way?
Secrets, and more secrets.
Given your responses thus far, I feel as though any further questions would just be a waste of our time. However, permit me to make one thing clear.
What is it, old buddy?
Whatever her reasons, the Archbishop has placed great faith in you. Do not betray that trust. That is all.
Of course, man. Just, back off a bit. Make me sad and worried. Sworried.
Hey.
Wad.
Thank you very much.
Alright, last support convo. Go to Lady Rhea, eat some food, and we're done.
Professor.
Raphael!
Great timing, Professor. I was just going to come find you. Are you busy? I have a question about formations. I don't understand them at all.
Okay, so here's what you do. You go in front of everyone and punch things to death, while people come on the sides to help you punch things to death, and while people in the back use magic and bows and arrows to help you punch things to death.
Are the speed of battle and the terrain connected somehow? There's too much to memorize.
You have to remember everything.
I don't? Then what do I have to know? I think I understand the basics. To start, you just... Ah, okay. I think I've got it. Thanks for the help, Professor. Brains and brawn. You've really got it all. With your help, I should have no trouble becoming a proper knight. Huh? Didn't I tell you? My parents were merchants of the Alliance. They died in an accident. That's why it's up to me to look after my little sis. I'm not great with bookkeeping, so I don't think I'd make a good merchant. I talked to Grandpa, and he suggested I become a knight. So I sold all our valuables and used the money to pay my way into the academy. My sis won't survive if I get kicked out, so I can't give up now. I might have tried being a mercenary if I didn't have my little sis to look after. I probably shouldn't say this, but being a mercenary does sound like an easier life. Mercenaries have no responsibilities, and no one else to worry about. But someone's got to take care of my little sis, so that's out of the question. Serving as a knight in a noble house is more secure, and you don't have to worry about dying unless there's a war. My sis has been through so much. I don't want her to have to worry about me. Hey, do you have any siblings, Professor? Then you probably think I'm missing out on my freedom, having to support her, huh?
Not really.
But working hard for my sister isn't too bad. Call it a burden, call it a challenge. If it makes my sister happy, I'm happy too. You should ask your father to have some more kids.
It's a bit late for that, Raphael.
Anyway, that's why I've got to become a proper knight.
Gerald's off in the corner somewhere patting his head down like, whew, I just felt a chill. Actually, let's go try something real quick. I need fists in order to recruit Raphael, and after hearing that story, I kind of really want him in my class. Not to mention, he's probably a little bit closer to being War Master than Caspar, and he's just a good pair for Caspar.
It is customary that we host a competition of dance known as the White Heron. Each house must the student who is deemed the... It is a very...
Wait, but I did the thing. Whatever.
Before each house, the student... It is the...
Train me in the artifice. Good, good, good. Now I go to Eloise. Eloise, dear boy, old friend.
Ah, the ball. I was chip.
I still have...
Ah, right, there was something I actually did want from Fist. How far am I from... skills? I have an E in writing. As an E, I can't believe it's been that... I think that's so much more to go. Oh lord, I lost where Raphael is. Wait, no, he's around here. I think. There he is!
The ball... I can't... Good to see you, Professor. I was just on my way to train.
What? Strength and heavy arm? Ah! That feels like a cheap shot. I never saw it coming.
Hello.
Well, that was a worthy attempt. Hey, Hubert.
What and what?
Is this yours?
Yes, that is mine.
I guessed. I honestly guessed. Wow. Alright, well, to the dining hall. I should have to try recruiting Marianne and Leonie real quick. See if they'll come join me after. Do have high... I hope I have enough stats for them both.
The ball?
Ah, I already tried to recruit. Where is... There.
Maybe.
Excuse? Uh-oh. Afraid of ghosts, huh? Well, there's a few people who I know that would go well for. It's Ash.
I'm glad that I can't. Hey, I know I'm in a different class, but you're the only other person here.
Ugh. Y'all make my life difficult. Well, I did want to eat with my students. Seems like I'm going to be doing training instead.
I have looked it from his. I have all. It is all.
Hey, can you show me how to use this pointy stick? Thanks, Sedef. Might do a...
What's this? The ball. It's an Halloween. He volunteered.
Hey, I want to learn how to use this.
The glory.
Yes, yes, glory of progress. Black magic tournament, eh? What? Why can't he participate? Oh, that's not good. I actually can't participate in this one. What? Wait, what's the reward? Silver shield. Oh, but it's a silver shield. I'll try that off screen. I'm sorry. I feel like I should try that off screen. Okay, who else can I trade from? Gilbert. Gilbert should surely know how to use a lance, right? Lord, I'm just teleporting all over the place because I don't know what to do. Strength and lance. Strength and lance.
Need something?
Nope. Flying. I have not enough for anything.
See you again soon.
Yeah, yeah. Gilbert!
It cannot.
Well, it would really benefit me if I could do anything besides... well, the standard. Catherine's the last person left.
The area it wasn't. Does that's people call.
But you can't train me in that. I think I've run out of people to train with. Wait, Manuela. What do you know?
I hear you. On an average, charm is
Damn it!
Hi there.
I already trained with Eloise too. Ugh. Well, it was worth a shot. Let's just go have some bonding fights. There we go.
Oh, I love this I think I like.
Alrighty. Well, I've literally done, I think, almost all the training with everyone I could. Except for Catherine. Catherine doesn't teach Emmanuel, but they don't teach what I need. So I'm gonna do this tournament off screen, and y'all know if I succeeded or not next episode. But I want to thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, you know what to do. Much appreciate you if you do. Until next video, I just want to say, laters.